Hello everyone, this is Sineth here again. I'm the Traveling Mom Boss. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I am the Traveling Mom Boss. I travel on a budget and I'm here to teach you guys how to travel on a budget and also share my experience and my journey traveling with my kids throughout Europe. So guys, before I get into my video, I want to let you know that I do have a free guide on how to travel on a budget. It's right there in the description, so make sure you click on that link so you can get access to it. So guys, today's video is going to be all about 5 things that I've noticed that was different since I've been traveling in Paris, France in 2021. So this is actually my third visit to Paris. I came to Paris for the first time in September of 2018 and then again in September of 2019. So this was actually supposed to be a destination place for every birthday because my sister and I have birthdays in September. So in 2018 we started planning an annual trip to Paris and other places in Europe. But because of COVID-19 we were unable to come here in 2020. So now that we're traveling throughout Europe, we decided to come here in 2021 since it's open for tourists. And also I wanted to bring my kids here because they never were able to travel with me because it was always a birthday trip. I noticed that there's a huge difference between my travels in 2018 and 2019 versus 2021. This is mainly due to the pandemic that we're still experiencing. The number one thing that I noticed that's different is a lot of places are closed. So a lot of restaurants and businesses that I've been to in 2018 and 2019 and came back in 2021 trying to find because I loved it so much, it's either permanently closed, temporarily closed, or their hours are just so all over the place that I don't even know when they're going to be open. So it is disappointing, but I can understand because, with the pandemic, you can't really have people, out and about so much. And then also people are just not traveling or eating out as much as they usually would. So it is understandable. However, I did notice that it's very noticeable. And hopefully pretty soon things are going to get back to somewhat normal where those businesses can be open once again. The second difference that actually just became in effect is that restaurants are now required to ask people for their vaccination status to be able to eat in restaurants in France. I'm not sure about the other European countries, but I do know in France, in order to eat at any restaurant, you do have to have had the COVID vaccine and you do have to have proof of it. So this is something that I would say most restaurants are enforcing, not all of them, but it's something new that people do have to think about. So you can't just, decide you want to go out and eat and be able to eat wherever you want to if you're not vaccinated. The third difference that I noticed since traveling to Paris, France this year that wasn't like this in 2018 and 2019 is the prices of things has increased. I don't know if it's just me, but things that I would normally pay about 15 to 16 euros for is now 20 to 25 euros. Like I said, I don't know if it's me, but I noticed things are much more expensive. Eating out, which is what I love to do, I notice it in that area the most. Airbnbs, the prices are up. There's not a lot of Airbnb available because tourists are not now allowed to visit. But I don't know if people are no longer having their homes available for Airbnb or if maybe the tourists are not traveling as much, so there's not a lot of Airbnbs available. Whatever the situation is, the cost has went up and things that would usually be available is no longer available or it's probably going to be available later on. The fourth thing that is kind of funny that I did notice is that people are not as friendly as before. It's understandable with the pandemic. A lot of people lost their family and friends, their businesses, and so on. So I could understand why some people may not be as friendly or there might be, a lot of things on their mind. But it is noticeable as a tourist coming into Paris. I fell in love with this city and I still do love it because I'm, just going with the flow. But I noticed it's just a totally different vibe being here. It's just different. People, they're just not as lighthearted as before. And it might just be me, but I'm in a group in Facebook, and it's funny that I didn't even do this search. It just came up as I was scrolling through Facebook, and I noticed a lot of people are experiencing the same thing in Paris, and it's sad. So hopefully, things change in the future. And the fifth thing that's not really a big difference, but I thought it would be different, is that it's still busy outside. As a matter of fact, it's a little bit more busy than usual. So, a couple of places that I've been to in 2018 and 2019 that I went with my sister for our birthday, I decided to bring my kids to these places because, as I said, this is their first visit here. So when we went, we were like, whoa, there's a lot of people here. So because of the pandemic, we assumed we will probably be like the only ones there or not that many people. But it was actually more crowded than it normally would be. So it's kind of strange. But yeah, people are out and about more than I've seen them in 2018 and 2019. So that's a little different. However, I did read an article that it says somewhere between 56 and 60% of the people in Paris are vaccinated. So I guess that may be the reason why, but I don't know. Maybe the people I'm seeing are tourists. I'm not sure. But those are the five things that I noticed that's different since I've been traveling in 2021 versus traveling in 2018 and 2019. You guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you on my next video.